Hi guys, I'm going to talk about a reaction video, or let's just say my opinion about the condition of Kris Aquino's health. Okay, I'm not any way or any means of contradicting the science, and I know that Kris Aquino is a very good person deep inside, and she has a very high faith, okay, and that's what keeping her healthy, not healthy, keeping her alive at this point, her perseverance of her strength, right? And that's what keeping her. But for me, I'm going to touch with the base of spirituality. Any autoimmune disease comes from heartbreaks. Okay, so if you keep on exerting too much of yourself outside the external, or like instead of you loving yourself, you exert your love to other people. And that's what I've seen in Kris. And she's a loving person, but she is not loving herself enough, okay? As a soul. As a person, she is fine. But in a soul level, I don't think she remembers or she recognizes her soul. Because what I'm feeling about her is that instead of putting it on herself, she's putting her love to others, which is fine. But if you are in a spiritual person, or if you know spirituality, you gotta be selfish first before you give it to people, because that is your power. Okay, that is your power. And that's what I've seen people like, oh, I want to extend prayer for Kris, but actually it's not gonna help her. It's gonna help her for encouragement, yes, but for her illness, it's not gonna be applicable, or it's not gonna work in that manner. I'm not saying that, because it's just a two-way stream. Okay, you pray for her, but then deep inside her there's doubt, or she didn't recognize her soul, and that's what she's missing for me as I'm penetrating her. Okay, Kris is a good person, she's a loving mother, she's a loving friend, but it's a part of her that she always missed something about the love, the unconditional love. I think that's what she's trying to find, the missing piece of her soul, the unconditional love. I know what unconditional love is, because I have experienced near death, and our God, our Creator, make me feel that when I have that experience. So that's why I know what it feels like. So I know for sure that Kris, a part of herself, she is missing that part, that unconditional love that she's really looking, and she's looking it outside of others. Okay, she has two good, wonderful children, and she cannot find it. She cannot see it in her children that could have been something, a more powerful way to make her remember the power that she has inside. Medical is just gonna eat more of your strength, like take away all your strength. There are many people try to like tawas her, right, like that, right, that other people do black magic to her. Yes, it is possible, yes, but if she only recognized the mystical part of this world, that there are people who knows how to heal energetically, that somehow she could probably heal a part of herself. Maybe she could feel better, because as what I've seen her, she's doing this relationship breakup after breakup, right? There's like a pattern already of heartbreaks, and the heartbreaks really is centering or focusing on the strength of your heart chakra. Okay, so her heart is really clogged, it's blocked, and if the energy is not flowing through her heart chakra, that's the illness is coming through, which is the autoimmune, most likely autoimmune when it's about the heart. And if only she would recognize, that it's not about finding it to other people. She already has a family, a very loving family, a very loving friends, and all around her. If she can pull that strength of the people that she loves, that she's around with right now, if she can only focus that, and don't think something else, somebody else, and outside the world, what the world is, or what, her world is pulling her down, right? If she can only focus like herself, like, her, because she has a very good faith, very high faith, and that is a good thing for if you're working with ritual. It's one thing that is going to work because you have faith, strong faith, and she has it. The only part that's missing her is that believing herself, believing fully. Okay, she's already believing herself, but fully in a deep soul level. Okay, this is really to work on her soul level. There might be traumas in her life that she didn't. Also forgiveness, strength from the heart. There are, she's from relationship to relationship. There are so many cords that attaches to her, pertaining to her heart, and that's what I'm feeling. Black magic is easy to deal with for me. For me, it's easy to deal with, but because there's no magic, there's no power over you if you recognize who you truly are. Okay, but if you don't understand this part, it's fine. But in a soul level, I can understand a person. That's why this could also apply to everybody. Why you get sick all the time, overthinking, overextending your heart. Your heart is already tired, that's why you get sick. So don't, instead, cut the cord of those people that already happened in your life. Don't think about them anymore. Don't waste your time thinking about them, because they're not thinking about you. In this game of life we have, it's all about us. We need to be selfish with our love. Once we love ourselves already, then we can extend our love. Because we already know we love ourselves, then we can extend to people. Okay? That's how it should be. It should be. But then we don't remember. Okay? We don't remember how love is, how the flow of love is. That's why. So I wish, because I like Kris. I'm a fan of her because she's a good human being. Only that there are circumstances in her life that she get distracted. The distraction is really make her feel that way, you know. I hope one day, I hope they, you know, I don't predict anything negative. Nope, 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 because I love Kris. I love Kris, okay? I love Kris. That's why I'm betting that, well, I hope one day she could wake up that, you know, if someone could work with her energetically wise, oh, that would be so lovely, you know. Doing energetics with her doesn't, it cannot be done once, because of, if I could see her, like I'm now remote viewing her, there would be a lot of work energetically for her to revive, to bring back her energy back, you know, because right now she's into that low vibrational state. It means she's into the depression state, like she's losing weight, you know, disease result coming one top of another, you know, new diseases, because she's embracing it. When you are a spiritual person, you don't embrace sickness. That's one thing. If you don't want to get sick, don't think about it, okay? And I know Kris is a very intelligent lady. If she could only, for once, don't think, she'd get better. That's all. Because I love her. I wish her to get better, you know? She's a good person. She is. And she has wonderful kids. Yeah. If you see my video, Kris, I love you. That's all. I just, you know, I just feel so overwhelmed looking at her, like, if only someone can help her energetically, that would be so wonderful. That's all. That's it. Thank you guys for, I don't know, this is off topic, right? But I just want to extend some love to her because, I don't know, I just feel like I need to. That's it. Love you.